What happens when millions of tourists suddenly stop showing up? Planes grounded. Hotel lights dark. Beach towns silent. Behind America's biggest dream destinations, there's a silent collapse you're not seeing, and someone else is cashing in instead. Stay right here, because these 10 states are on the edge, and the ripple effect could hit your job, your business, even your next vacation. Number 10. Nevada. Vegas doesn't sleep, right? Look again. Casino floors echo with fewer footsteps. Suites once booked by high rollers now sit untouched. Strip visitation has dropped over 6%, and for a state that runs on pure tourism, that's a silent alarm. Local buffets close early, restaurants cut shifts, even real estate slows when the gamblers vanish. The real kicker? Canadians, once loyal to Vegas for quick weekend trips, are now flooding Toronto's booming new casino resorts and local entertainment hubs. For Nevada, this isn't just bad luck at the slots, it's the start of a reshuffle. If the lights dim too long, who keeps them on? Number 9. California. Think of California Golden Coasts, packed theme parks, global dream factory. But here's the plot twist: entire cities are reporting fewer visitors every month. Anaheim's hotels see empty rooms even in peak season. San Francisco's tourism board just cut projections again. Flights from Canada and Asia, the lifeblood of big spenders, are dipping fast. Many are heading to Mexico's Pacific coast instead, where resorts offer the same sunsets for half the cost. Add sky-high living costs, safety headlines, and expensive local taxes, and you get a perfect recipe for fading dreams. The California dream isn't gone yet, but for how long can it hold up without fresh faces and deep pockets? Before we reveal the next state, don't forget, your support keeps this channel alive. A quick like and subscribe means we can keep chasing what's really happening behind the headlines. Now, back to it. Number 8. Florida. Palm trees, glittering resorts, theme parks that never close, that's Florida's promise. But in 2025, it's cracking. Canadian flights fell 70%, not a dip, a cliff drop. Hotels slash rates, restaurants shut early, 14,000 jobs hang by a thread. When your whole economy is built on sunshine, fantasy, and out-of-state dollars, there's no safety net when travelers bail. Many of those tourists are picking the Caribbean instead, more affordable, more all-inclusive, fewer headlines about hurricanes and policy spats. Florida can't patch this hole with just domestic travel, because overseas visitors spend more and stay longer. And when that cash flow vanishes, the ripple hits housing, retail, transportation, everything. So what happens if the next big storm hits while the state's already down? Number 7. New York. The skyline still dazzles, but walk through Times Square at night, and you'll notice thinner crowds, quiet corners. New York's tourism office just slashed this year's visitor forecast by 3 million. That means fewer hotel check-ins, emptier Broadway seats, and less foot traffic for thousands of small businesses that survive on global dollars. The biggest hit? International tourists, 2 million fewer this year alone. These travelers stay longer and spend more, fueling restaurants, boutiques, guided tours. But now they're booking weekends in London or Paris instead. And when those dollars dry up, so does the city budget that fixes potholes, pays transit workers, funds programs. The city's still iconic, but what happens when the world decides the magic just isn't worth the price tag anymore? Before we hit the next state, like and subscribe if you're learning something new. Number 6. Hawaii. Hawaii, paradise on a postcard, cracks on the ground. Visitor spending is slipping on every major island. Hotel occupancy rates are dropping back to levels not seen since COVID lockdowns. Why? A toxic mix: record airfare prices, stricter vacation rental laws, devastating wildfires in Maui, and a vocal local push against over-tourism. Many Asian travelers, once regulars on these islands, are picking Canada's coastal gems or Southeast Asia instead. And for Hawaii, there's no fallback. Tourism is over 20% of the state's GDP. If that money dries up, entire communities lose their only lifeline. The bigger question, when paradise feels too expensive or too fragile to visit, what happens to those who call it home? Number 5. Arizona. Arizona's brand was simple: endless sun, rugged beauty, and year-round visitors. But 2025 is rewriting the pitch. International tourism is down more than 10%, visitor spending off by 7%. Canadian snowbirds, once a major source of cash for Sedona's resorts and golf communities, are drifting north to Alberta's booming parks instead. Record heat waves, droughts, and wildfire warnings scare off road trippers. National park permits are getting tighter to prevent overuse, but that also means fewer tourists. For local businesses, from trail guides to mom-and-pop diners, this isn't just a bad season. It's a slow drain on a fragile economy built on wanderlust. And when your main attraction, raw nature, starts fighting back, who shows up to watch? And stick around, because at the end we'll reveal exactly who's cashing in on America's slump. Number 4. Louisiana. Jazz bands still echo, beads still fly on Bourbon Street, but check the numbers behind the party. New Orleans has seen international travel drop over 20% this year. Events like Mardi Gras and Jazz Fest draw thinner crowds, and entire blocks of the French Quarter now sport empty storefronts where lines once wrapped corners. Rising crime headlines, brutal summer heat, hurricane risks, it all pushes tourists toward Nashville, Austin, or even European festival cities. For Louisiana, it's not just about the music, over 200,000 jobs rely on these dollars. And when they vanish, entire neighborhoods feel the pinch. Culture alone can't pay the bills if no one shows up to buy the ticket. Number 3. Missouri. Branson's neon lights once promised music shows and family fun, but today, theaters stand dark. Missouri's tourism drop is sharper than you'd think, visitors spending down double digits in hotspots like St. Louis and Kansas City. Convention centers struggle to book major events, choosing safer or trendier alternatives. And when weekend road trips dry up, thanks to gas prices and tighter family budgets, small towns lose their lifeline. Group tours skip Branson for new music cities like Nashville. Big cities? They lose visitors to Midwestern neighbors seen as safer bets. Missouri was built on easy charm and drive-in dollars, but if the road trip stops, so does Main Street. If this surprises you, hit like and subscribe, let's keep digging. Number 2. Illinois. Chicago's skyline still slices the clouds, but its global draw is fading fast. International visitors dropped 14% this year, business travel and big conventions follow the same curve. High hotel taxes, rising food costs, stubborn crime headlines, they all add up to tourists choosing Milwaukee or Minneapolis instead. Smaller cities like Springfield and Peoria never fully bounced back from pandemic hits. Even the once busy Route 66 is littered with closed diners and quiet gas stations. Illinois has everything a traveler wants, but when they stop coming, jobs disappear from family-owned hotels, local eateries, and cultural attractions. Without that cash flow, the state budget cracks wider and the cycle repeats. Number 1. Texas. They say everything's bigger in Texas, but in 2025, the crowds are smaller. Austin's music festivals? Attendance down. San Antonio's Riverwalk? Quieter than usual. Hotel occupancy in downtown Austin plunged over 11% this spring alone. Rising temperatures, more frequent hurricanes, and nagging questions about the power grid all push travelers to cities like Nashville or even Cancun. Houston, once a magnet for international business, watches flights dry up and hotel lobbies sit empty. Even Texas wine country, a booming niche, feels the squeeze as visitors second-guess the cost. Tourism helped build the Lone Star State's modern boom, but if it keeps leaking dollars, what's left when the party's over? These states aren't just losing tourists, they're losing lifelines. And the places cashing in Canada, Mexico, Europe are ready to take every dollar America lets slip away. If you want to see what happens next and where these billions might land, hit subscribe, share this video, and let's follow the money together.